Hey kiddos, welcome back to Story Time. I'm Miss Elizabeth, and today we are going to do a Valentine story. But I thought it might be a little fun if we did something a little wacky, a little different. So, get ready. Today, we will be reading A Valentine for Frankenstein. So, Frankenstein, normally we only talk about him around Halloween, right? But, trust me, he is so cute, so adorable, and he's actually a pretty sweet monster. So I thought this would be fun if we did this for Valentine's Day today. So let's get started. All over town, monsters were getting ready for the Valentine's Day bash. Taking slime baths, teasing and tangling their tails, and sharpening their claws and fangs. In his castle, Frankenstein was getting ready too. He looked in the mirror. His skin was a ghastly shade of green. His head was an almost perfect square. His flower was droopy and near dead. See, I don't know about you guys, but I just think he's adorable. Look at his little suit and his little bow tie. Still, the other monsters all made fun of him. "Just 2 eyes," said Smellabella. "No tail," said Werewolf. "He looks almost human." "And he's nice," sneered Spike. "Belch." "I don't believe he's a monster at all," said Brains. "Oh no! What are those monsters doing? They're being so mean. And one of the things they've said is that they don't like him because he's nice. That's very backwards, isn't it?" But Frankenstein was comfortable in his own green skin, so he stitched on his crookedest smile, dressed in his worst tuxedo, and set off for the party. It said Frankenstein was comfortable in his own green skin. What does that mean, to be comfortable in your own skin? That means he didn't care what they had to say about him. He was happy being himself. That's pretty great. What a fiendish fiesta! There were revolting contests, repulsive snacks, and a real live band. Well, kind of live. The cupcake decorating contest was first. Three-Eyed V made a cupcake called "This Icky Eyeball is Watching You." Wartina's creation had fungus filling and toenail frosting. Frankenstein made the grossest cupcake he could think of. He held it up to the judges and smiled. "You call that a monster cupcake?" Smellabella jeered. "No bugs? No slime? And glitter on top?" Three-Eyed V threw a cupcake at his face. "Bullseye," said Frankenstein. "Good aim, V." Next came the banana slug pie eating contest. Frankenstein was super speedy. He thought he would win until he wiped his mouth with a napkin and was immediately disqualified. "That's not how monsters eat, Buster," Spike snickered. He put a pie on the floor, stomped on it, and then snarfed the pieces from between his hairy toes. "That's how monsters eat." "Wow," said Frankenstein admiringly. "You're very talented." The last contest was for burping. Frankenstein's was the loudest, longest, smelliest burp he had ever made. "You call that a burp?" said Stinker. "That was a cough, a hiccup. It was almost a giggle." Just then, a monster burped so loudly the ground shook. Excuse you. Way to go, Belcher, yelled Smellabella. That was epic! Frankenstein had never seen Belcher before. She was taller than he was, with piles of tangled black hair and a beautiful smile. Awesome, said Frankenstein, smitten. But before Frankenstein could congratulate Belcher on her terrifically disgusting award-winning burp, the band began to play. The monsters were wild about dancing. Mummies unwrapped, fangs flew, a skeleton named Bones fell to pieces. Luckily, Frankenstein was there to lend a hand. Lend a hand, get it? Belcher boogied like a pro. Frankenstein tried to copy her moves, but during the zombie rumba, he fell flat on his face. It was hard to rumba with 2 left feet. When he stood up, he noticed something sticking out of his pocket. It was a Valentine's Day card. For me? Thought Frankenstein. It was his first Valentine ever. Which ghoul could have put it there? Ooh, he's got a secret admirer. Who do you think it is? Any guesses? Was it you, Rainbow? He asked, holding up the card. Rainbow answered by spitting at him in 5 colors. Impressive, said Frankenstein, cleaning his face with his handkerchief and sighing softly. As if, said Headless Harriet before he could ask. Then she removed her head and threw some purple glop at him. The soft glop didn't hurt, though his feelings did. Still. Cool color, Frankenstein managed to reply. Frankenstein searched the card for clues. The card was zigzag-shaped. The writing was red. It had the whiff of something stinky and wonderful. Just then, Belcher bopped by. She had a red marker in her pocket. She had a zigzag stripe in her hair. She had a wonderful, stinky smell wafting off her. She had to be his secret Valentine. Frankenstein tapped Belcher on the shoulder. She turned around and let out a deep, awesome burp. Please be mine, Frankenstein, she said sweetly. Frankenstein grinned so widely, some stitches popped. He gave Belcher a worm wristband. She gave Frankenstein a piece of snot-flavored bubblegum. The other monsters noticed and wondered, what did Belcher see in him? I've never met a friendly monster before, gushed Belcher. He's my kind of monster. He did notice my perfect aim, said Three-Eyed V slowly. And my monster manners, observed Spike. His extra body parts come in handy, mumbled Bones. I guess it's okay to be nice sometimes, Headless Harriet added, remembering that Frankenstein had liked her purple glop. If that's the kind of monster you are. The music started up again. The monsters joined together in a ginormous kicking, spitting, burping, gnashing, glitter-tastic conga line. Every kind of monster was welcome. After all, a monster is a monster is a monster. Well, I hope all of my Storytime kids have a good sense of humor and weren't too grossed out by the things in that book. I thought it was kind of funny. And like I said, Frankenstein was adorable. Don't you think so? Something a little different for Valentine's Day. Different never hurts, right? He was different from the other monsters. And at first, they thought that was a bad thing, but then they learned that he is so likable. He was just the most likable little guy. So guys, just like young Frankenstein was comfortable in his own skin, I want you guys to be comfortable in your own skin too. Fall in love with the things that make you different and just shine. And this is very important. We gotta be kind to ourselves, but let's be kind to others as well. Not just for Valentine's Day, but be kind every day. Try to find something, even just one little thing you can do for someone that's kind. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you very, very, very soon in person. Thank you guys.